And Vapettes. Welcome to this edition of Logan Vapes. Now today we're going to be talking about the Rillo RX200, and the tank I got on there is the Melo 2 with a Pyrex drip tip. Now I've seen a lot of con videos like how bad things the Melo 2 is, and the Rillo box mod. I read some reviews. They've been having issues with it. That is because they decide not to charge it with this charger. They decide to charge it with their USB. Now they always have the imbalanced charge. The batteries don't last as long. I've noticed with the Rillo, since I have 3,000 mAh batteries, it lasts all day long. Now, see, I'm only vaping at 40 watts. I know when I get my freak show today, which I am going to do a review on, that it will vape even higher. But right now it's pretty good. Now everyone's like, well, how do I fill up the Melo? And I'm about to show y'all how y'all fill up the Melos and everything. I call it a top side fill, because where it fills up at the top, it's on the side. If you look right there, see, right there, all you do is you turn. See, it's open. That's where you put your dripper, and your juice. And then down here at the bottom, you have your airflow. My airflow is pretty tight, but see, closed, open. And you have your typical 510 threads right there. And really, I have the Melo 2 is actually one of my favorite tanks because it has a 4.5 mil capacity, or 3.5 to 4 mil capacity. It's it's a longer lasting tank, lasts longer than my and vapor production's not that bad. And with the bigger box mods, I have upgraded quite a bit, but I went from the iStick TC60 up to the Pico, up to the Rillo, and the Rillo is by far my favorite because you get more power, you get more flavor. You get your clap, but I'm going to be going into competitive vaping here pretty soon. If I can get my technique down and everything, produce the biggest, baddest clouds ever. And it's very, 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 very interesting that a lot of people have been having problems. And the key thing is when you fill your tanks up, especially your sub-ohm tanks, if you have your airflow on the bottom, you got to close them up when you're filling them up. Because if you don't, you'll get all your juice leaking out. It'll leak all over your hands, your mod, and everything else, and it just causes a whole bunch of problems. Now, I'm going to talk more about the Rillo RX200. And then, alright, here is the Rillo RX200. As you can see, I'm getting a reading of 0 ohms. That's because I took off the atomizer. But it is a 3 battery box mod. I have the three 18650 batteries in there, and they're all rated at 3000 mAh. MAh means milliamp hours, and I can vape on this thing all day long. And surprisingly, for being a bigger mod like this one, it fits in the hand surprisingly well. It contours to your hand. You can just sit there with your top finger and just turn it on like that using the fire button. Granted, it says JBO. And down there you see that USB port. That's where people usually try to charge it and everything. And you get the imbalance charge and everything because their batteries ain't married. And it can cause a whole bunch of problems. Now, it is temperature control. You see hold up. You see watts going up. And you see watts going down. And I was vaping at 40 watts. When I get my sub-ohm, when I get my big build, I'll vape at a higher watt. And together with the Melo 2 on there, this beast is a monster. It is a vape chucker. It gets the job done. You can casually smoke it, or if you're doing clouds, you can almost cloud chase with this thing. Not as much as you would with a dripper RDA. But it gets the job done. Now, the flavor that I get out of at first, when you're letting your coil soak, you gotta let them soak probably for about 20 minutes, or you'll get like that burnt cotton taste. It's not a great taste for any of those who ever get them dry hits. And everything is not that bad, but what you really need to do is keep practicing. If you're wanting to get cloud chasing, technique, and I would prefer you get an RDA. And wish me luck in future competitions and everything. But if you like this video, hit like, and if you have any questions, comment on the questions below, and I'll be free to answer any of your questions. Now, if you're just a beginner and everything, I wouldn't suggest getting the Relo 200. I suggest probably getting like a eLeaf 30 TC 30 watt, the iStick 30 watt, or maybe 60 would be your intermediate because that's when it's temperature control. But get a 30 watt or a vape pen or something. Puts off some thick, dense clouds, though, is what I like about that mod. But if you're just beginning, you're just trying to quit smoking, you don't want to do the cloud chasing, you don't really want to do anything else like that, I would prefer you just, go with the vape pens and everything. They'll get the job done. But if you want more of the flavor and everything else, I would suggest getting a box mod where you can put a dripper on and everything else. And make sure it fits, though. Make sure you have the 510 threads on it, because most mods are 510 threads. But Vape Nation, all my vapors and vapettes, vape strong.